Hi everybody, I'm so glad to be seen and I wish I could see your faces. I'm just missing you so much. So I'm glad you're tuning in with me today. We're going to do a really calming sequence. It's one of our favorites in our yoga community. So I'm glad to be sharing that with you today. So you will need 2 blankets and a strap. You might need your blocks, but I'm not quite sure about those. So with your blankets, I do want you to fold them. We take a quarter fold with our blanket here, and we make a flat bolster with the blanket. So we take the long edge and we fold it in thirds. I'll put that up by the top of your mat in the middle. Do your other blanket just like that. So quarter fold, take the long edge, fold it in thirds, and let's stack that up. Okay? So we'll sit in front of our blankets. So you'll sit on the floor in front of your blanket so the tips of your blankets hit your sacrum. Let's have your blocks on each side of your hips, and you lay down. So still your glutes are on the floor, not your blankets. Spine is on your blanket, head is on your blanket. So if your neck feels like it needs a little more support, you can grab your top blanket behind you and fold it up to make a little pillow there, or you can always grab more support, like other pillows or stuff if you need more. So here, this is a nice back bend, gentle back bend to open up the front of the torso. Elbows will go on the floor. Your legs can stay long here, or you can take them into reclined cobbler's position. So that's with soles of the feet touching each other, and your knees, bent knees, go open like a book. You can always use your blocks under your outer knees or outer thighs, wherever they need to be for your comfort. So once you're comfortable, let your elbows settle to the floor, palms face up. So your hands can be closer to your hips, or for a deeper stretch in your chest, the arms can go straight out to your sides. Either way, elbows settle to the floor, and you start to tune into the breath. So let's all do clearing breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale, blowing out the mouth. Starting to let go of your stresses, your worries, and your fears. Melting and softening into the ground. Let's unclench your glutes. Let your thighs relax, calves relax, soles of the feet are soft. Slow your breath a little more. Melt your spine, feel your ribs falling back, let your shoulders fall back. Soften your belly and your heart, and your arms and hands get even heavier. Relax your throat and your neck. Slow your breath down a little more. It might feel good to start breathing fully through the nose now. Let the full weight of the head drop into your support, relaxing your jaw and your tongue. Feel the cheeks on your face relax. Feel the nostrils opening. Eyes sink into your head. Forehead and scalp smooth. Feel an opening and softening behind your cheeks into your sinus cavities. Softening and an opening behind your forehead into your sinus cavities. Relax the backs of your eyes. Letting your body get twice as heavy, twice as soft. And if you want to, imagine that you surround yourself in a bubble of light. And fill this bubble with any color that is comforting to you. So this is your very own healing chamber of light. And you breathe in that light, this healing energy. Your body absorbs this light like a sponge. This light is filling up your lungs and your chest, into your abdomen. It's filling up your arms, your head, your legs. You just continue to soak this light up, allowing it in as much as you can. And you just rest into this healing. This light knows exactly what to do for your highest good, bringing alignment and harmony to every cell of your body. And this light is so kind and so nurturing. And you feel so safe, just resting so deeply, allowing this healing. And you give such thanks. You're so grateful for the alignment of your body and being with your true self, your higher self. Your body is vibrant and strong and glowing. It's resilient and full of vitality. And with great thanks, We'll deepen your breath. And start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And stretch or move in any way that would feel really good for you. I recommend straightening your legs if you haven't already. Give your legs a good shake or rock out. Maybe extending your arms back behind you, bringing your legs together, and stretch long through your body with some good breaths. And let's relax. So before we move from this place, let's do some snow angels arms. So your arms go wide and down towards your hips, and wide and up over your head. So when you inhale, your arms lift over your head, reaching to the wall behind you. The exhale, arms go wide and down towards your hips. Inhale, arms lifting up. Exhale, arms dropping down. Try to let your hands glide along the floor, staying as close to the floor as possible for the deeper stretch in your shoulders. Now, if there are any points of pain or restriction in the shoulders, you can always lift your hands up higher off the floor to kind of jump over those points of pain or discomfort. Okay, so you honor yourself that way. And the slow movement here is opening up the shoulder girdle, the intercostals, the diaphragm. Inhale as you raise the arms, exhale as you lower the arms. And we'll do one more pass. And when your arms come near your sides again, stay there, take a good breath. Just a few observant breaths here, observing the energy in your body and what that exercise did for you. Let's all bend your knees and roll to one side. Go ahead and push yourself up into sitting. And let's refold your blankets to what I call the put-away fold, because this is the only way that our blankets are neatly put away here at the studio. So we'll just fold them back up into a small rectangle. Okay, like that. We'll put them off to the side for a moment. And let's come to tabletop on your hands and knees. And let's do some cat and cow slowly. So inhale, head and hips lift. Exhale, head and hips tuck. Inhale, head and hips lift. Sway your back. Exhale, head and hips tuck. Arch your back to the sky. And stay moving slowly here. Inhale as your head lifts. Exhale as your head tucks. To get the biggest range of motion in your spine that you can. And stay really meditative and internal with this. Slow movement, deep stretch. Front of your spine opens when you inhale. Back of your spine opens with your exhale. Another breath. Neutral spine. Now let's grab your blankets. They're going to go under your head as you lay on your right side. Bend your knees in front of your body. And let's grab your strap also and have it in front of your body. Okay, so spine is nice and long, including the head, neck. Head is supported by your blankets comfortably. So just make them the height that's right for you if you need one blanket or two or three. So knees bent in front of your body, so low back is long. And let's straighten your arms out in front of you, palms together. So here we'll start moving with the breath. The inhale, your left arm lifts up to the sky. Slowly, the exhale, the arm drops back behind you into a twist. Inhale, the arm lifts up to the ceiling again. Exhale, palms back together. Inhale, arm lifts up to the sky. Exhale, falls back behind you. Inhale, up to the sky again. Exhale, palms back together. Just continue to move with your breath really slow. Letting the ribs turn, letting the head turn. And think of your spine as you move here. Like this is a massage for your spine and nervous system. So get really connected with the spine as you breathe and move. Next time we go wide with our arms, we're staying in that twist. And I recommend you adjust your head support so that your neck is really comfortable. So you can remove one blanket or two. Let your shoulders drop away from the ears. Let the arms be heavy to the floor. So with your left arm, if you need some support under that arm, you put a blanket or a block under it. If you're uncomfortable in your lower body here, you can always put a block or blanket between your knees or even under the bottom leg. Okay, so please offer yourself the support you need. Soften into the ground even more and deep, long breaths. All is well and everything's okay. Let your body get twice as heavy, twice as soft. Take another breath. We'll bring that left arm up to the ceiling and bring your palms back together, support your head. Take some really good breaths. Just relax your arms. We're just processing the twist. Now we'll bring our arms together, palms together with arms long in front again. This time, we'll take the top hand, slide it up over the head, arms long. Exhale, let your ribs rotate and go into that twist again. Then the inhale, that top arm comes up over your head again, like the arms moving in a clock. Exhale, palms back together. Inhale, left arm over the head. Exhale, arms go wide. Inhale, arm up over the head. Exhale, palms back together. So just keep moving with your breath, keeping your left hand as close to the floor as possible as you move it. When your arm comes up over your head, you're lengthening your waistline there. So think of lifting your waist off the floor just a little bit. Now tune into the spine. Tune into the spine as you move here. Massage for the spine. So the next time your arms go wide again, you'll stay in that twist. So you can always adjust your head support. Shoulders down, arms get heavy. If you need some support under your left arm or between your knees or under your bottom leg, then you do that. But rest and breathe. Fill up the rib cage with the breath in. Soften everything with the breath out. All is well. Everything's okay. Breathing in love, breathing out love. Let your body get twice as heavy, twice as soft. Inner thighs release, glutes release, belly softens, shoulders drop. On the next inhale, slowly lift the left arm up to the ceiling and bring your palms back together. Support your head. Just relax your arms. Good breaths. To a neutral spine. Okay, so let your your left hand, fingertips to the floor, and straighten your top leg. So we'll inhale, swing your leg forward, exhale, swing it back. Inhale, swing it forward, exhale, swing it back. So we're just exploring this range of motion of your top leg. Inhale forward, firm your belly. Exhale, swing it back, firm your lower belly. We're warming up this left hip. We swing your leg back as far as you can to really open up the front hip and front belly. Now, next time your leg swings forward, bend the knee, grab the foot, and stand on the floor in front of your bottom leg. So your left foot is on the floor flat, and the bottom knee is connected to your ankle there if possible. If you can't stand on the floor easily with that top foot, then put a block under your foot. That's helpful. And we want the bottom leg to connect with that foot to create some stability there. If that can't do that, you can hold on with your hand or with a strap so that you stabilize that foot. Then push your top hand against your knee and get a decent stretch in your glute on that side. The left glute, the outer thigh. So we're breathing there. Making some space in the crease of that hip, so belly is lifting away from the crease of the hip, thigh is moving away from the crease of the hip. And let's release that. Stack your knees again, a big breath. We'll take a quad stretch now. So we grab the foot behind your glutes and drop the knee down to hip level. So if you need to use a strap to grab your foot behind you, please use one. Lower the knee to hip level so the thigh is parallel to the floor. Your foot is in as close to your glute as you can get it without straining. And then start to squeeze your left glute to push your knee back toward the wall behind you to deepen, open up that front thigh. And breathe. Push the knee back a little more by squeezing your glute. Lower belly firms in gently. Pull your left shoulder back a little more too. So think of opening the front body on that left side. Deepen your pose, push the knee back a little more, if you can. Let's do one more breath. And releasing. Big breath in, big breath out. So let's grab your strap. We're strapping the top foot. Your top hand grabs the strap, so your left hand, the arm is on the inside of your knee here. So before we lift our leg here, lay on your side a little better. So stack your shoulders, stack your hips, and firm your belly. Try to keep that stacking you just created and straighten your leg up to the sky. Straighten your leg all the way and straighten your arm all the way. So if you need to re-grab the strap up a little higher or lower, whatever, let your arm be straight, let your leg be straight. So you can be here, that's totally fine. So you hold that, try to move your top hip forward, like in the same direction as your nose, as your leg moves back a little more to allow that inner thigh to open. And it's also a bit of a balancing pose, so your core is having to stabilize things. And you breathe. So we're getting a stretch on the back of our leg and the inside of the leg. Now point your tailbone down. Think of lengthening your low back and lower belly firms in. Your top hip moves forward in the same direction as your nose. The leg moves back toward the wall behind you. Good, breath in. The glutes are working hard for you here too. And let's slowly bend that leg, release your strap, stack your knees, shake that hand out. Good breath. And hug that top knee into your chest. Just stretch your low back and your glute out a little bit. All right, big breath in, releasing, and let's push yourself up and roll over to the other side. Okay, so we're laying on our left side now, head supported by your blankets, and your head is on the front half of your blankets there. Bend your knees in front of your body, spine is long, including the neck, and arms are straight out in front of you, palms together. Okay, so we'll start by lifting the right arm up to the ceiling with the inhale. Exhale, let it fall back behind you. Inhale up to the ceiling slowly. Exhale, palms back together. Just move with your breath very slow. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, let it drop behind you into the twist. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, palms back together. And just keep moving with your breath here. Letting your ribs turn, letting your head turn. Tune into the spine. Be very present with your spine as you move and breathe here. Thinking of it as a kind massage for your spine and nervous system. The next time your arm goes wide, you're going to stay there into that twist. Please adjust your head support if needed, so neck is nice and comfortable and neutral feeling. Shoulders and arms get even heavier. If you need some support under your right arm, please use it. Or if you need a block or blanket between your knees or under your bottom leg, you use that. So either way, you breathe and soften. Passive pose. Your breath is long and solid into the rib cage. Unclenching your glutes, unclenching your inner thighs. Relax your belly and your spine. And as your shoulders get heavier, arms get softer, you can turn your head a little or a lot to the right. Next inhale, we bring that right hand up to the ceiling, palms back together, support your head well, and relax. The body process the twist, so we get lots of good blood flow and nourishment back into the organs in the spine after it being wrung out. Okay, so palms back together, arms straight out in front of you. The top arm, we'll inhale, slide the fingers along the floor up over the head, and then let the ribs turn, arm goes wide out behind you into that twist again. Inhale, arm up over the head, turning the ribs, palms back together. Inhale, right arm over the head, like the arms of a clock moving. Exhale, arms go wide. Inhale, overhead, moving slowly. Just keep moving with your breath. Tune into the spine. This beautiful, graceful dance. Loving on this body. When your arm comes over your head along the floor, lift your waistline gently to create more length there on your right side. Next time your arm goes wide again, we'll settle into that twist. Adjust your head support so your neck is comfortable and neutral. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Soften your legs. If you need to add support under your right arm or between your knees or under your bottom leg, then you do that. Relax and breathe. Solid, deep breaths into the rib cage. The breath is massaging the adrenal glands to help them calm down, soothing your nervous system. Breathing in love, breathing out love. Next inhale. Right arm lifts up to the ceiling, palms come back together, support your head well, and just rest. Good breaths. So right fingertips, top hand to the ground in front of you to stabilize and straighten your top leg, your right leg. Now swing it forward with your inhale and back with your exhale. Swing it forward with your inhale, back with your exhale, keeping your legs straight, keeping your foot gently flexed. Firm your belly when you rock forward, firm your belly when you rock back, your lower belly I'm referring to. Explore your range of motion there. Kick as far back as you can to open up the front body. Okay, next time you kick forward, let's bend that knee, grab that foot, and stand on the floor in front of your bottom leg. If you need a block under your foot instead, or if you need to stabilize by holding on to your ankle or strapping your foot, you can. Take your top hand and push your knee wide, and deep breaths. You're getting a decent glute stretch here, opening the hip up, a little bit in the outer thigh. You might feel it on the inner thigh as well. Good breaths. Take another breath. And slowly release, stacking the knees. A couple of breaths here. Then we'll take a quad stretch, so grab the foot behind your glutes. You can use the strap around that foot if you need to. Lower the knee to hip level so it's parallel to the floor. Your foot's as close to your glute as it can be comfortably. Then squeeze your right glute and push your knee back toward the wall behind you to deepen that opening in the front thigh. And solid breath. Squeeze your glute to push your knee back a little more if you can. Pull your right shoulder back a little more too. So we're opening up the front body on that right side. Stay stacked and our shoulders stacked in our hips. Let's take another breath. And then slowly releasing. Big breath in, big breath out. Okay, let's grab your strap. Strap your top foot here, your right foot, and your arm is on the inside of your knee. Grab the strap as close to the foot as you can. Before we lift our legs, lay on your side a little better. So stack your hips, stack your shoulders, firm your belly, keep that stacking and straighten that leg up to the sky. So you want that leg to be straight and arm to be straight. You grab up on the strap a little higher if you need to. Now your top hip moves forward in the same direction as your nose as your leg moves back. So that's a real subtle movement, subtle action. We're allowing that deep opening in the back of your leg and the inside of your leg, as well as a bit of a balancing in the core. So the core is stabilizing you, glutes are stabilizing you. So top hip moves forward slightly as your leg moves back more. Let's do another big breath. And bending that knee, releasing the strap, shake your hand out, stack your legs. Good breath. And hug your top knee into the chest. Just let your low back stretch, let your glutes stretch a little bit. Good breath. Big breath in, big breath out. Okay, release that leg. Now let's sit up and let's refold our blankets. Okay. So let's actually take let's just do one long blanket roll. So using one blanket, take a quarter fold, take the long edge and roll it up. And let's put that blanket in the middle of your mat, the very smack dab middle of your mat. So you're going to come to the front of your blanket and sit on the very front edge. And you'll lay down to where we want the end of the blanket to hit you right behind your breastbone, so between your shoulder blades. And then your shoulder blades are settled onto the floor. So can you see that here? So see about where that blanket is hitting me. So that this is a back bend for the upper chest, the heart space. Shoulder blades and arms are on the floor. And then your tailbone is on the blanket. Lower spine is on the blanket. Okay, so here we can straighten the legs. If this is a front body opener, you can feel the lengthening happening down into the belly and the hips and thighs. Now you can always put some support under the knees here if needed, or you can just keep your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. It's up to you. So just a gentle back bend here through the heart space. Okay, so if you need some extra cushion under your head, you give that to yourself, or extra cushion under your knees, or extra support under your knees, you give that to yourself. Otherwise, you relax and melt. The arms are long to the floor. Hands are either about a foot away from your hips or straight out from your shoulders. And fall into your breath. So once we get comfortable, we relax and melt and breathe. Unclench your glutes. Let your thigh muscles hang down. Soften the calf muscles. Let the soles of your feet feel open. Let your low back drop, softening your belly. Let your ribs fall into the floor, letting your shoulders drop back more and arms get even heavier. Allow more softness in your throat and your neck, your jaw, your tongue, your eyes. Forehead and scalp smooth. Now letting your body get twice as heavy, twice as soft. You can return your awareness to that bubble of light that surrounds you, returning to your healing chamber of light. Letting yourself rest deeply into this healing. You're surrounded and filled by love. You've done so well. Nothing more is needed of you, just to relax and allow this healing. If you'll allow your breath to deepen. Wiggling the toes and fingers. And stretching or moving in any way that would feel really good for you. Then rolling to one side. Please support your head with something. A couple of good breaths. Make sure your knees are bent in front of your body so that your low back is happy. So grateful for this time well spent with this body and this breath and your true self. And gathering all parts of yourself. Allowing your healing. Take your top hand and push it into the ground to sit up and come into a comfortable seated position. You can always sit up on blankets. Once you're sitting up, roll your shoulders back a few times. And gathering your palms together at your heart. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so honored to walk this walk with you. Namaste.